What's going on there, CK? Hope you've been doing well in this very interesting summer. Then just getting towards the fall. Actually, we're kind of in August now, and we still have some summer left to enjoy. But things moving forward into the fall, a lot of parties are going virtual, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard about the Festival of Giving. One of the biggest parties in Chatham-Kent is also going virtual, and I figured who would be the best person to talk about this? Oh, I know. We got Mike Genge, the president of the Children's Treatment Center. So, Mike, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks, Eric. I'm really excited to be able to do this with you because, we've got 800 tickets sold to go to this event, and it's just absolutely fabulous. The community has been able to help us out and do this.
So yeah, it's interesting, how you guys have gone to this virtual. But I got to start out by asking you, how have you been doing during this very interesting time in our community, province, and the whole world, for that matter?
Well, it's at the Children's Treatment Center. We are seeing clients now, and it's very, very. The protocols are huge in regards to coming in with a parent and a child. So at the center itself, we're doing really, really well. The problem is anybody who is not essential services, we can't go in the building because of that reason. So what we ended up doing is we're able to go in Fridays when it's closed, and we're able to get 15 minutes basically to get in and get out. So the center is doing their thing. We're looking after all those kids, but the support staff and the foundation. So we've actually moved our location for the next little while to be able to work. So yeah.
It's in this time of the world that we're in. Yeah, why not transition a whole office and get the paints and all the carpets? Seems like a great time to do it. So I know a lot of people are wondering, the Festival of Giving, it's going to a great new project, the new Children's Treatment Center. So I thought we talked, with fog, I like to say, being delayed due to COVID-19, you and your team thought of a new way to go virtual for this event. I know our sister station 991 has talked about it. The rest of let's give another brief overview of what's going to be different for this year.
I think we've been talking to our peers, other fundraising organizations, and really what it comes down to is people are having bubble parties. They're going to have a party with their bubble, and that bubble is maybe the other 9 people in their family, or whatever that consists of. And so what we wanted to do was we wanted to set up a virtual party that what you'll do is you'll come to the armories a couple days before the event. You'll get a bag. In that bag, it'll be full of all these coupons and all this stuff from local merchants. And then you'll take that to the local merchant, and you'll pick up beer, and you'll pick up food, and you'll pick up maybe something from the LCBO, and all over 19. So you'll pick all that stuff up. You'll go home, and then at 8 o'clock, once you get your kids to bed, if you have young kids, then we'll start the party at 8 o'clock with a band. And then we're going to have a live auction with Greg Hetherington. And then at 9:30, we'll all be done. And then you can safely be at home. You can party your butt off for the rest of the evening if you want. And, and we'll have a live auction. But also coming up to the auction, or the day of fog, we'll have all of our silent auction items, which is probably close to 200. We'll have all those available during that week. And what it'll do is we'll allow you to bid on them during the week, and then they will close on Saturday and go from there. And, the biggest part about all this is that, like all these other fundraising organizations, we've got to change. We've got to do things differently, but we also still need that community support. And that's the biggest part about it is that having people come and pick up their bag and be able to participate with us. We think it's going to be a great time. I mean, fog's always a great party, right?
I think this is a great year to try stuff out. The fact that these goodie bags are filled with stuff to support our local businesses, especially this trying time. And the bubble parties, I think, are going to be great. I think there's going to be a lot of flashback retro MTV starting maybe from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Who knows? I would love to see some photos from these, obviously safe photos. We don't know what's going to happen at these parties, but yes. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So I know you were just talking a little bit about some of these awesome prizes given away by some amazing sponsors. One I heard on the street was a car. So why don't we maybe talk about a few of them?
Well, with your ticket price, what we're going to do is we're going to give you that goodie bag and then the party. And then on top of that, we're going to give away a brand new 2020 Mazda 3 from Lally Mazda. So, or Chatham Mazda, I guess it would be. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful silver Mazda 4-door. It looks absolutely incredible. And it's worth $32,000. Yeah.
I'm just having a moment here. Oh, I think a lot of people would love a new $32,000 car for sure.
You know, it's we've been really, really lucky with the Lally Group that they've been very supportive of us, and they're being very supportive for Festival of Giving. So this is something we wanted to add in, and we wanted to say, hey, you know what? Thank you for the people that are supporting our kids. And here's a way of being able to give a really, really cool door prize. And your odds are going to be less than 1 in 1,000 to win this car. So that's pretty good odds, you know, when you look at it.
Yeah. And I think people would like those odds. And the people who have been winning jackpots, I think this is your time to get one of those bags for Festival of Giving and support. So one of the things I've been asking a lot of organizations during these interesting 4 months, we've all endured some hardships getting through this, but there's always a good news story. Do you have anything you would like to share that your Festival of Giving team has encountered during these times that have just been like the greatest news of all time?
We haven't had, I couldn't believe this, Eric, when we went into this, you know, having to put things off, we didn't have one sponsor who said, you know what, I want to pull out. And I think that's been common with all the fundraising organizations, is the sponsors and the people in town, the people in our community are really, really great supporters. And that's why we wanted to make festivals so that we could support them back. And I think that's the real positive thing, is that shop local, look after your local retailer. I know you guys are always talking about it, and I know 99.1 is always talking about it, and the other stations are talking about it, but it's very important to support those local retailers and go and buy stuff. And you know, that's what fuels all this, because if we didn't have the sponsorship, we wouldn't be doing the event. It's just a fact.
Yeah. It's been one of those events that's been around since I've been alive. I know I've seen my parents go to it many years. I think 20 years now it's been going on.
It'll be 20 years next year.
There we go. I thought, and you had so many great themes, whether it was from Brazil, whether it's, you know, sporting events, you know, and it's never ceases to amaze me how much community support goes into this event, and just how much joy it brings and how many laughs people come from just after the memories. So gotta thank you, Mike Genge and your team. Is there anything else that you would like to add as we close up?
Yeah, I think the big thing, Eric, is that all the money that we're raising is actually going towards the programming and the looking after the kids. So we don't get any funding for our sports programs. We don't get any funding for our music programs. We need funding for our social work program. But the other thing we've been doing is, and we've been doing this very quietly, is we had a Mother's Day campaign, and we raised over $40,000. We gave that money back to the families that needed it at our center. So we were writing checks to hundreds of families, as well as buying equipment for family members that didn't have the money. And I feel so good about that we've been able to help families. And that's the biggest part of it all, is we're just trying to help our kids. So yeah, that's it.
The kids are the future of all of this. And, you know, everything with all the hardships we've endured, we hope we can look past by this. This is going to be a great new virtual party coming up to celebrate all the hardships we've endured. So remark your calendars in there, folks. October 17th, I think it is. October 17th.
Yes, it is.
So get ready to get your MTV stuff on, have yourself a little virtual party, and support, you know, Chatham-Kent and, you know, the Children's Treatment Center. So Mike, thanks for all you guys are doing out there.
Hey, no problem. I should tell you that if you're looking for tickets, we open up the new ticket window on August the 4th through Genge Marketplace or our website. So if you go to our website or go to Genge Marketplace, you can get virtual tickets for Festival of Giving coming up. So because people are asking me, they want tickets.
So I will put this link right down here. It's actually right there. Yep, Genge.
Cool.
Get those virtual tickets, and you know, again, it's going to be a great party, and we got to thank you and the FOG team for all you guys do.
Thanks, Eric. I really appreciate it.